So what supplies do we need to get good diagnostic FNA samples? Generally, we're aiming for sort of 21 to 23 gauge needles. In some cases, I might go with a 25, but I do worry a bit about the smaller needles causing a bit more trauma to the cells that could make them a little bit harder for the pathologist to read. So generally, we might reach for those smaller gauge needles if we're just having a lot of excessive bleeding when we're sampling with larger gauge. Larger bore needles, they may cause a little bit higher bleeding, but if we have a lesion that's not exfoliating, not giving you very many cells, so some of our suspicious soft tissue sarcomas, then I might reach for a larger gauge. But most of the time, 23 gauge is my sweet spot. We're going to need syringes to blow cells out of the needle onto the slide. 5cc syringe is usually my go-to. Talking with some pathology colleagues who have done informal studies, unfortunately these haven't been published, but they found that the smaller 3cc syringes may be less effective at expelling cells that we have in that needle hub. And then doing anything larger than a 10cc syringe, we risk traumatizing the cells with all of that pressure going behind the cells as they're coming out. We want to have slides that are frosted on one end so we can clearly label them. And then having a little bit of alcohol or scrub just to clean up the area, say if it is, has a little bit of crud over it, but generally it's not always necessary to clip for sampling cutaneous and subcutaneous dermal lesions.